Part of your weekly discussion was to tell me which email address you have associated with a Google account. This is so I can send you a direct invitation to work on your group-specific Google Docs. You'll get an email that looks something like this from PV ENGL1143. And you'll probably get two of these, one that invites you to edit the document and one that invites you to comment on it. When I click on Open in Docs, my browser launches, and yes, I'm using Chrome. It does tend to work better that way. And I am prompted to sign into my Google account. Again, this is why I ask you to send me the email address you have associated with the Google account and to set up a Google account if you don't already have one. Once you sign in, you'll be taken to your group's proposal. Only your group members and me will be able to see it. And what I have tried to do is preload the structure of your proposal report. First, you have your cover page. The two main requirements are your project title and your group members' names. As it says here, feel free to add graphics. Under add-ons, there's something called Open Clip Art. If I click on Get Add-ons, I'll see there's a bunch of different options. But what I want is Open Clip Art. It's free. I can accept the terms of use. And now when I go to add-ons, I can search clip art. Remember, you want to keep your cover page professional. Maybe you don't like this font. The editing bar across the top should remind you a lot of the word processing software that you typically use. I can change my text options for headings, titles, and subtitles. I have a variety of fonts. Do not use Comic Sans, please. It's just not professional or right. I can change my font size, of course. And then there are my options for bold, italic, underline, changing the color of a text, or using highlighting. If I want to insert a link, I have that option as well. I can change the alignment, I can change the spacing, I can insert a list. Basically anything I might want to do to this document. And from the start, I can go in and edit. It can get a little freaky if there's more than one team member working on the document at the same time. You will actually see text disappear and then reappear as something different. But hey, it's collaboration. It's fun. So I can go ahead and put in a rough title, a proposal to change the student fee structure. Sure. As you keep scrolling down, you'll find that there's already page numbers, and here are all the sections you have to include in your report, along with descriptions. What are you supposed to do in the 4 paragraphs of your summary? What are you supposed to do in your introduction? Don't leave this blue. I've made it blue so it stands out. These are just reminders. Under Proposed Program, you'll find sample subheadings. Again, you don't have to use them. This is just sort of a skeleton structure if you want or need this. So I'd like to take a minute to go through the rest of the menu. The File menu lets you make a copy, lets you download your document. This is what you're going to need when you're finished and ready to upload it to TaskStream. You can email your collaborators. This will send a message to whatever email everyone has decided to use as his or her contact information. That might be very useful if you're trying to get in touch with people. The Edit menu does pretty much the standard stuff. You can cut, copy, and paste. You can select all. You can also find and replace. This is helpful if you realize that you've been spelling a technical term wrong for the entire report. You can look for the incorrect spelling and replace every instance with the correct spelling. When we get to the Insert menu, this is where I can add images, like my required graphics, links, equations, drawings, tables. I can decide how big or how small I want it. So yes, you can create your graphics right here in the Google Doc. You can also add special characters if you need to, page breaks, etc. Under the Format menu, you have additional font formatting options, superscript and subscript. Now take a look at the Tools menu. I can check my spelling. What is research? Once I click here, I have a search column that opens up in Google. Maybe I need to double check my APA in-text citation, and I don't want to click out of this tab. Well, I can do that right here. Maybe I want to search for sources. I can do that without having to toggle or click back and forth between tabs, which is, just a little more convenient. The last thing I'd like to go over is how to insert an image. You're going to need at least 2 in your proposed program, your timeline as a chart, and then 1 additional graphic. Once I have this chart done, how do I stick it in here? Well, I go up to the Insert menu and I select Image. However you've created your Gantt chart, you need to have it exported and downloaded as a file so you can upload it. You can drag it directly from your desktop, or you can choose an image to upload. The image will upload and it will insert into my file. So here's my Gantt chart. I can resize it as I need to. And of course, I need to caption it as a figure. And remember that figure captions go under. And maybe I don't know what I should call this, so I'm going to go ahead and leave a comment. Anyone have a good caption title? And leave it at that. The great thing about this Google Doc and the Google presentation that your group will also be using, you don't have to wait for someone to email an attachment. You don't have to wait until a meeting, which half of you can't even make. Whenever you have a spare moment and an internet connection, you can check on, edit, or comment on your group's proposal report. What if I'm not ready to start deleting things? If I see something here and I'm thinking, you know what, I would like to change this, but I really want to run this by the team first, but I'm not going to see them in class because we're all online. That's another great thing about this Google Doc. You can leave a comment on something and then wait for someone to get back to you. In the top menu bar, next to the Insert Link option, is an Insert Comment. It will insert a comment wherever I am. I recommend that you highlight whatever you want to comment on. There's my name. I have an avatar picture associated with it. Maybe I want to ask my team members, should we change this to research? I click comment. There's a time and date stamp on it. When one of my group members logs in and clicks into the Google document, he'll see my comment. He can reply to it. When another group member logs in, she might see the conversation we have going. If I scroll down to page 2, qualifications and experience, this is where you come up with a reasonable qualifications blurb for each of your group members 5 years after graduation. One of my group members, ENGL1143, said, I think we should just go in alphabetical order by last name. Is that cool? English 3043 says, that's fine with me. And at the same time, this group member on number 5 here changed it to bold and said, maybe make our names bold to stand out. I can reply to this. Okay, sounds good to go bold. Maybe not a different color. Reply. Hopefully this will be effective at helping you collaborate with each other when you're not in the same place at the same time.